Hello everyone, welcome back to another game of Space Alert. I've been playing the Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy set, which I'm enjoying, but I just came off of an unpleasant loss, and I'd like to go play a game by myself where at least, I don't know, if I lose it's whatever. I don't know. Space Alert is a different kind of game. I'm making one change to the setup from last time. First of all, I'm not going to do the whole rules crash course again. If you guys don't know how Space Alert works, go check out the last video. But I think I will use specializations instead of the heroic actions. Otherwise, keeping the difficulty level the same. I do love playing with double actions, but it's a lot more complicated. Instead of your action cards looking like this, where they have a button, like a button and a move, they look like this, where one side has a move or a button and the other side has two things. And so it's just a lot more unique cards, and you need to find the right ones. And playing solo with a deck of 90 cards, you usually have the right one, but it's just really hard to find, and I don't want to do that. Plus, it gives you a lot more that you have to do. I think for me, playing solo, single actions is fine. So specializations is an expansion feature. And that gives each... Oh. Let's try this again. I need to sit down before I deal out the cards. What the heck was that message? Can't interact. Click. Yeah, okay. So I must have clicked on something that it was okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. So instead of their heroic action, each pawn, each player, gets dealt a... Well, there's numerous ways you could play with specializations. When this game came out, the expansion came, I think, in 2010. I don't know. I don't know if it was just me at the time or if gaming culture has changed. But there was this whole experience tracking system for getting achievements and unlocking new abilities and so on to eventually get stronger versions of the specializations. But and at the time that was fun and cool. Maybe it was to do with being in a group. Maybe gaming culture has changed. I don't know. Right now, I don't want to do that, and I've put in my time, so to speak. So instead, I just have the script randomly assign you specializations and give you the level 3 version of that specialization as if you had spent some time unlocking it. So this is, I believe, generally speaking, stronger than heroic actions, but maybe a little bit less flexible in a way. So each player gets something completely unique that only they can do. Blue has been assigned Hyper Navigator. So as their basic, and each specialization gets a basic card, and then an advanced card, which is either another copy of the basic card or a different thing. So Hyper Navigator can slow down all threats by 1 if they use their basic action on the bottom half of the ship. And their advanced action is to skip the last turn or the last 2 turns of the mission to bail out early. This is the teleporter who can move one player to where another player is. I really don't like playing the teleporter. I'm gonna ask for a new one. It's just a lot of work to track. Let's do it randomly. Get a D6, please. Okay, I only need one of them. All right, I'll be the energy technician. Teleporter is just so much extra work to figure out how to play it correctly. Especially in solo, where you're not usually paying attention to data transfers, and Teleporter has special stuff you have to do during data transfers. No thanks. So this person can refill the main reactor remotely and can deploy bonus shields. This person can launch rockets remotely or launch one extra big rocket. This person is good at firing the pulse cannon in various ways. So this should be slightly easier than the last mission because I believe the specializations are stronger than heroic actions, but not always. Heroic actions are certainly easier to use, like Heroic A, deal 1 extra damage to a threat. Usually you can find a place to do that. These you have to be more crafty sometimes. Anyway, so let's get started. And yesterday I did soundtrack 4, so let's move on to 5. I turned up the volume a little bit as well.
Alert. Enemy activity detected. Please begin first phase.
That's a few too many cards. Let's maybe do this. Ideally, I would like expand my hand zone or something. I don't know.
Communications restored.
Where do I want who to go? Blue should go downstairs, probably. Okay, what's this?
Serious threat. Zone blue. Repeat.
A mother swarm on the blue zone. We saw one of those last time.
Zone blue.
So this is no problem. We'll just send, I don't know, yellow over there, and maybe they can use a super rocket at some point. They just need to press A 3 times, and we need someone to get them some energy, I guess. So down, refill, right, refill. Yeah, if blue does that, we'll be in good shape. So down, refill,
incoming data.
Blue,
incoming data.
Refill. So they'll take this, get us up to 5 here, and then bring 3 of it over, of which yellow will spend 1. We're losing this shield, and this guy's taken care of. Blue is here, yellow is here.
T+3, serious internal threat. Repeat. T+3.
There's a seeker.
Serious internal threat.
They start in upper white on 3. Okay, we don't have anyone who's super good at dealing with that, so we're going to lose a player, which is a bit annoying. Let's lose red? So red, go blue. Actually, let's spend a B. Use battle bots. Oh, let's turn this whole hand over. There we go. Then move red. 3, 4.
Data transfer. Repeat. Data transfer.
Okay, so it's gonna move before I get a chance to kill it, huh?
2, 1.
3, 4. Where will it move to? The station with the most players, presumably here, but maybe we can finagle it to not move. Yeah, we probably can. So let's do some stuff with green. We gotta get the computer on an early turn.
In 1 minute.
And then let's
T+4 threat. Zone red. Repeat. Time T+4 threat. Zone
jellyfish. Rude of you to put that right near the end of the track. So perfect. That means you can go red. And be over there to deal with that, right? We'll need a little help. No, you're the pulse gunner. You'll figure it out. Okay.
First phase
Awkward.
ends in 20 seconds.
Yeah, not a lot I can do to help here. Okay. But this means that the seeker won't move.
First phase ends in 5,
2,
4,
3, 4,
3,
5,
2,
6.
1.
So it won't move again until 8.
First phase has ended.
So red can get the computer for the second phase. When is the jellyfish attacking? 4, 5. At the end of 5, huh?
Communication system down.
So I could do like this. Attack 1 on all zones. That'll protect us. And then red doesn't die until
T+6. Threat. Zone red.
here.
Repeat. Time. T+6.
A phantom
Threat.
fighter, alright.
Zone red.
I actually don't think I can really deal with the jellyfish before it gets its shield in. Unless the hyper navigator helps? Oh, perfect. Ah, so that shield is not actually necessary.
Unconfirmed report. Time. T+7.
Okay, so maybe on 5, slow some fights down?
Unconfirmed report. Time. T+7.
Sure.
Internal threat.
So actually, this is not necessary. Oops, don't put that in hand. Let's just refill the main reactor instead, I guess? And green is shooting on 4 and 5. But using his advanced action on 5. So these two and... Actually, no. That one's coming for free with the refill, I guess.
Time. T+8. Threat.
Stop!
Zone white. Repeat. Time. T+8.
Mega Shield Destroyer. Okay, you love to see those on
Zone
8,
white.
not 5. You love to see those on the white zone. So you can just shoot it twice. And green is perfectly situated to do it.
Second phase ends in 1 minute.
No, green needs to deal with this guy. Phantom. Oh, he needs help, man.
Data transfer.
Okay, yellow needs to get
Repeat.
back
Data
to the
transfer
white
in
zone, I
5,
guess.
4, 3, 2, 1. Data transfer complete.
Rocket is going to hit the Phantom
Data
Fighter, which I
transfer.
don't want.
Repeat. Data transfer in 5, 4, 3.
I don't need these data transfers, man. Okay, let's get blue over to the red
Data
zone.
transfer complete. Second phase ends in 20 seconds.
Yellow and red are both here, but red is dead. Okay, I think we can handle this. So if both players shoot this on 8, we'll be set, right?
4, 3,
Yeah.
2, 1. Second
blue
phase
and-
has ended.
Oh, but we don't have any energy. I need to wait till 9. Is that going to be okay? 6, 7, 8, 9. It'll shoot us. Oh, we haven't taken any damage, so I guess that's fine. It'll attack 2?
Incoming data.
It's not totally fine. Okay, so let's B
Data transfer.
and B
Repeat.
to shield
Data
up,
transfer in 5, 4, 3, 2.
and then take the damage.
Data transfer.
Then on
complete.
9 they can both shoot. Oh, let's put X's here so I remember that. Who's dead?
Communication
Red.
system down.
Right? Yeah. So that's that guy taken care of. And we just need the Mega Shield Destroyer left. And it's pretty slow, so that's fine.
Communications restored.
Yellow can just press C on 8 and 9. And then A on... Sorry.
Operation ends.
Just
in
one C and
1
then 2
minute.
A's, I mean. That's all the energy. Also could launch a rocket instead, but I think we're fine. All right, give me a few more cards. Let's be greedy and look out the window. That's not the window. green can do it as well. It's always, I don't know. I mean, the safe play would be to jump away early with Hyper Navigator, but this is more fun. Yellow can do it also. Okay, we'll get everyone to the window. It'll be a statement about my excellence.
Operation
Oh,
ends in 5, 4,
12 though.
3, 2, 1.
And we'll leave with a full
Mission complete.
fuel tank.
Jump into
All right.
hyperspace.
Let's see how we did. I think it went okay. But the energy in the white zone was a little bit touch and go, I think. Okay, I have all the pieces I need, right? Yes. Did I forget any threats? Did I miss any? Like, did I fail to put out things? No, I have 7 points worth of threats, so I did get all of them. New threats on 1. There is nothing. Actions on 1. Blue goes downstairs. Red moves blue. Yellow also moves blue. Really? Oh my god, I'm so fucking bad at this game. No, this is right. This is right. That was kill the mother swarm. Okay, great. Did I give him any energy? Who did that? Blue did. Great. Okay. And green gets the computer. Damage, we ain't shooting. Threats move, we ain't got none. New threats on 2, there is one. The mother swarm is in the blue zone. Actions on 2. Blue refills the main reactor. Yellow, nope. Red presses C, collecting battle bots. Yellow, this time it is yellow, presses A, firing at the mother swarm. And green moves red, waiting the arrival of a jellyfish. Damage. We shot the mother swarm, and it takes 2 damage. Threats move. The mother swarm advances. Did we get the computer? Yes. Threats 3. There should be a seeker. Indeed there is. In upper white. Actions 3. Blue moves blue to help out with the mother swarm. Red moves red to deal with the seeker. Yellow continues firing at the mother swarm. And green is waiting for the jellyfish. Did I? No, I'm good. I'm good. I thought I had forgotten something briefly. Where are we? Compute damage. 2 more to the mother swarm. And we didn't shoot anything else. Threats move. The mother swarm moves first. And it attacks 1. We lose a shield on the blue zone. Then the seeker moves. It moves 2 and does nothing. Threats 4. Something, isn't there? Yes, a jellyfish. Actions 4. Blue presses B, slurping up all this energy into the blue zone. Red presses C, ignoring the seeker for the moment to make sure we get the computer in time. Yellow presses A again, firing at the mother swarm. And green presses A, firing on the jellyfish. Damage. This is the first time in these last couple videos, actually, that we've attacked 2 threats at the same time. So you do calculate all the damage simultaneously, but I actually don't know how it works with something like Leviathan Tanker that damages other threats when it blows up. I think you can do stuff in whatever order you want during the compute damage phase in the rare cases that it matters. But here it doesn't. So the Mother Swarm is targeted for 4. It takes 2 more and is defeated, getting to 6 damage. Meanwhile, the jellyfish is attacked for 4, and it is a unique threat. I mean, every threat kind of has its own gimmick. Well, except for the ones whose gimmick is being normal. The jellyfish's unique ability is that it has negative shields, so you are punished for synchronizing on it. So we're attacking it for 4, which means it takes 6 damage. So 6 more won't quite kill it, but I have a plan. Although my plan's not going to work. God, I'm bad at this. Great. Okay. I would love to do this, but that's illegal. Oh, I'm in for a bad time. All right, that's all the damage. Threats move. The Seeker moves first. Now, one of its gimmicks, anyway, is that its movement is not completely prescribed. It moves towards wherever it can find players. But you can often arrange... You can use this to your advantage by making it move to where you want or making it not move. In this case, it considers only adjacent stations, so it doesn't matter how many players are at its current station. And of the adjacent... If it can find a unique adjacent station with the most players, it moves there. In this case, there are 2 stations with 1 player, so it moves nowhere. Then the jellyfish moves. Threats 5. No, we're waiting for the stealth fighter. Actions 5. So blue uses the Hyper Navigator basic action to slow down the threat movement for this turn. Which is cool. I did want to do that. But it's going to cause me some other problems, which we'll see in a minute. That was just blue's action. Let's do the rest. Red uses battle bots to attack the Seeker. It has 2 health, so it's not defeated. And there are some intruders. So this indicates you have to use battle bots to fight them. Some intruders have battle bots with a picture of an explosion on them, which says, yeah, you use battle bots to hit them, but they damage your battle bots when you do this. This guy doesn't, so it just takes damage. Next up, yellow moves red to get back into the white zone. And green uses the pulse gunner special action to fire the red laser and the pulse cannons at the same time. This is a great play, but it's for next turn, not this turn. It does not work when you do it now. I needed to wait. To see why, let's compute damage. Well, we're shooting at the jellyfish for 4 here. What's the pulse cannon targeting? The pulse cannon, you can see by the iconography, deals 1 damage to every threat that's within distance 2, the first 2 of these little separated tiers. And sadly, the jellyfish is still at distance 3. My problem that I had was, if it moved 2, it was going to get to move here and then heal. And I wanted to be able to target it with the pulse cannons and the lasers so I could finish it off while it was still at distance, while it was at distance 2 but hadn't gotten to X. So I needed to make it move only 1. That's why I used the Hyper Navigator action. But I forgot to wait until it actually got here to use the pulse cannons. So the pulse cannon misses, and we damage it for another 6. It has 1 HP left and is not defeated. Oh my god, would you like relax? Okay, fine. And it is going to give us a hell of a time. I think we're dead. Threats move for turn 5. This moves first, does nothing. This moves 1 and does nothing. Did I get the computer? Of course I did. Very diligent. New threats on 6. That's the Phantom Fighter. So its gimmick is that, well, it has 2. It's an upgraded version of the Stealth Fighter. Yeah, we're looking pretty dead. So it has 3 shields, which is a lot. But if you can just hit it with the upper and lower laser at the same time, it's dead. That's the idea. The easiest way to deal with one of these. Almost the only way, really. If it's in the white zone, you could just fire the main laser twice if you had to. But anyway, you can't shoot it until it crosses over X. Oh, excuse me, I made a mistake. This guy should have moved only 1, as well as the jellyfish, I think. Yeah, this is all threats, not just external threats, I'm pretty sure. Let's have a quick look, shall we? Here it is. When threats advance, applies to external and internal. Okay. So, fine. Where was I? New threats 6. And I already put them out. Yeah, so it can't be attacked until it crosses X, and if you shoot a rocket at it, the rocket just misses. Has no effect. Or it hits, but has no effect, let's say. Actions on 6. Blue moves red to help out with the Phantom Fighter. Red refills the main reactor using his specialist ability. Because he knows he's going to die when he punches this, so we're just stalling, trying to find useful stuff to do in the meantime. Green is doing nothing. He figures, you know what, that jellyfish is taken care of. Not that he could do anything, he's out of energy. What he had to do was wait last turn to do his attack this turn. Damage, there is none. Threats move. First the Seeker, does nothing. Then the jellyfish moves 2. Attacks 1 on all zones. We lose shields in red and white, and in blue we are damaged. Fortunately, like, the blue zone damage doesn't matter very much because we're not doing anything over there. We lost structural damage, which doesn't even do anything. And then the Phantom Fighter moves as well. New threats on 7. Nothing. Actions 7. Blue continues trekking over to the red zone. Red finishes off the Seeker and is knocked out along with his battle bots. Yellow and green both do nothing. Damage. We did not shoot. Threats move. Let's see. The Seeker's dead, so it's just these guys. Jellyfish moves 2. Phantom Fighter moves 3 and has become visible, which, if you want, you can mark like so. Threats on 8. There's a Mega Shield Destroyer. Actions 8. Blue presses B, refilling the red zone reactor. Red is dead. Yellow presses C, making sure to get the computer. And green presses B, shielding up against the Stealth Fighter. Damage, we are not shooting. Threats move. The jellyfish moves 2. Oh, I forgot to heal half the jellyfish's damage, by the way, when it did its X. Attacks 1 on all zones, so we lose a shield in red. Take a damage to the shields in white. and a damage to the lasers in blue. Those aren't too bad. Then it heals half its damage again, and is at just 3. The Phantom Fighter is next. 1, 2, 3. They're both on the same tile, but I don't want them covering each other. So this does not mean it's phased out, which is what often this would mean. It's just they're both here. It attacks for 2. We take 2 more damage in the red zone. That looked like the lower laser and the lift. Yep, great. And then the Mega Shield Destroyer moves 2. That's all the damage. Actions 9. Blue presses A. Red is dead. Yellow presses A. And green also presses A. Damage. Well, these lasers are targeting... When 2 threats are at the same distance, the oldest threat is targeted first, the one who's been here the longest. So we are targeting the jellyfish for 5 damage, because one of the lasers is damaged. It takes 7, going from 3 damage to 10 damage, and is just fine, sadly. That's that damage cleared up. In the white zone, yellow is actually being productive. He hits the Mega Shield Destroyer for 5, because that's how powerful the white zone laser is. Mega Shield Destroyer has 4 shields, so it only takes 1. But Mega Shields, every time a threat with a Mega Shield is damaged, or even shot at, even if you don't do any damage to it, its shield is reduced by 1, so it's now at 3 shields. Threats move. First, the jellyfish does nothing. Next, the stealth fighter, 1, 2, 3, attacks 3. Shields, lasers, and structural. The only thing still working is the reactor. But we survived the stealth fighter. Congratulations. And lastly, the Mega Shield Destroyer moves. Does nothing. Did I get the computer? Yes. Actions 10. Blue, having dealt with the Phantom Fighter in a way, moves over to white. Red is still dead. Yellow is still being very productive. Oops, should have cleaned up this Q blaster. I'll just throw the new one away and leave that one here. And green, all threats accounted for, decides to head down to the window. But the lift is broken, so he is delayed. He has to take the stairs, and so his next action is slowed down, and then the action after that is slowed down, and so on. Yeah, damage. Well, yellow has done his job. He's shooting 5 at the Mega Shield Destroyer, who takes 2 more. That is enough to defeat him. Sadly, Wait. We had a spare shield here all this time. I forgot. One of those attacks that I applied should have not done any real damage. It should have hit a shield. I don't remember which one it was. No, that can't be true. Because I think I... What happened in here? We shielded up on 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that was after the jellyfish hit us for 1. Then I shielded up. There should have been 3 energy, 2 to move into the shields, right? So after that, we were hit for 3 plus 5, right? Yeah, that's 8. Which should be enough to get our 2 shields and all the damage, but not any more. Yeah, I'm not sure how I missed applying a shield. I must have thought I only had 1, but I had 2? No. I think I see what happened. Okay, so the jellyfish, we had 1 shield. Turn 4, it was here. 5 here. 6 here. At the end of 6, it moved and attacked us for 1. Fine. We lose... Well, no, I don't see what happened. We should have lost the only shield we had in that zone, but not taken any damage. Then on 8, 4, 5, 6, because we slowed it down, 7, 8. It hadn't attacked us. 6, 7, 8. The stealth fighter had, or phantom fighter hadn't attacked us. So on 8, this sector had no shield. The red zone had no shields. And had 3 energy from this B. So we should have been able to move 2 energy into shields, and that explains why there was only 1 energy left here to fire at the guy. So we should have gotten 2 shields in here before we got attacked. And then we take a Y and a Z from this guy is 3. And a Y and a Z from this guy is 8. So, yeah, I must have missed applying a shield at some point. I'm not sure how that happened. But the good news is I think it means we don't die, because we only have 1 damage left to suffer here. So the 6th point of damage has been dealt to the red zone. Every system is damaged. But you only lose the game if a zone is damaged after all of its damage tiles are dealt. So where am I? I'm in compute damage, but I guess I should just move on because I didn't damage anything. Or I did damage. I destroyed this guy. But okay, threats move. So we take the last point of damage here and 2 on the other 2 zones. Losing the reactor and structural. I wish I could... Maybe there's some way I could like highlight these when I deal them out, because they're a little bit hard to see. You have to mouse over them. They blend in so well. Or like make them thicker? I don't know. That would be a nice thing to change. In paper, they're cardboard instead of being a card, so they're nice and thick. Anyway, and then 2 damage here. And it looks like we didn't die. We survived yet another threat on the red zone. All due to green's terrible blunder of not waiting a turn. Actions 11. Blue refills the main reactor 1 last time, just in case that's helpful. Oops, we don't get 5. There's only 4. The reactor's damaged. Red is still dead. Yellow comes downstairs to join the window party, and you know what? The lift isn't damaged, so he's going to get here. Green is still taking the stairs. Damage, there's none. Threats move, there's none. Actions 12. Blue and yellow look out the window for bonus points, and green wanders in a little bit too late. So, I mean, you could say it's a bit cocky to be looking out the window when the ship is in a million pieces. But, you know, we didn't die, and I didn't know what was going wrong enough to fix it anyway, so, well, I'll take the points. Damage, threats, you win! Yeah, I mean, feel free to check the footage on that one and see when I missed applying the shields. The only explanation I can come up with is that that's what happened. There was a shield that I put in there correctly, but somehow didn't see was there and only applied 1 of the shield points. And we escaped, and the score should be dreadful. Is it even positive? I don't know. Probably. We got 6 points plus what? I mean, this must be 30. Why is this 15? What? Ah, of course. So, So I mentioned in the last video that the point values on threats are very uniform. They're just like a fixed number for their difficulty multiplied by whether they're serious or not. So it should be 12 for every serious yellow threat. The Seeker is worth 15 because if you defeat it, you are guaranteed to lose a player and their battle bots. And therefore, you'll be down 3 points. But that shouldn't be considered a fault of yours. You should still get the same number of points. They give you 3 bonus points to compensate for that. Right. And then it turns out the expansion specializations give you a way to sometimes kill a Seeker without being knocked out, and you just kind of get some free points as a result. But anyway, okay. So 6, 12. Okay, so we're getting... It is 30, but we got a bonus 3. Plus 6 here is 39. That doesn't sound right. 15... 18 is 33. Plus 6 is 39. Shouldn't... Oh, right. But that's including the bonus points. It's like getting 36, which is the norm. Yeah, okay. Plus, okay, so 39. And then damage-wise, I mean, it's a disaster. 6, 9, 13, plus 6 more for the damaged red zone is 19 damage, plus 3 for red and his bots being out is 22 damage points. Subtracted from our 36 is 14. But we also got 2 points for looking out the window. So 16 points if you're counting such things. Much worse than yesterday where we got 36, I think. But any crash you can walk away from. Yeah, just... I had the right idea, but I forgot that I would need to wait until he was in pulse cannon range. I arranged for him to arrive right where I needed him, but I forgot to count when he would be there. So, okay, just... We're done with the gameplay video, but if I think I tried this. What if I said scale? No, not scale. Gizmo these things. I want to scale them in the Y dimension by like 40. Does that work? No. Because its thickness is 0. It's a bit of paper. It's not a physics object. I mean, it is a physics object, but it doesn't have any thickness. So there's some way. What if I tinted this like? What if I did that? Still does not really stand out. I can't even tell what part, if it changed at all. On the back, I think it works, maybe. No, I don't know. So if I wanted to... There's some way you can, like... apply an outline to something, I think. Transform space. I don't know what that means. So I think at some point I considered using decals for these, but I don't really know how. There's a marqueur apparently loaded as a decal. What the heck is this? This mod was made by somebody French, by the way, is why this says marqueur. Like, I forget, like, the type of this object is who knows. All right, well, maybe I'll look into, in the scripting, like, there's some way you can highlight these. You can give an object an outline, and that would be cool enough, I think. Better, I think, would be to have these be cardboard instead of cards, but oh well. Anyway, that's Space Alert. Lived through another mission, made one blunder each mission so far. Both of them have been survivable. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.